All right, damn. UFC 300 wrapped up this past Saturday. Crazy fights from the start of early prelims to the regular prelims to the main event. Um, with the first card of the night, it was Davison Figueiredo versus Cody Garbrandt. That was a nice little matchup. I thought that fight could have gone either way. I thought Cody Garbrandt looked pretty good. Was kind of rushing some of his shots. Uh, Davison Figueiredo looked pretty good. Caught Cody Garbrandt a couple times, but at the end of the day, got the submission win over a former 135 pound champion, and then calls for a title shot. I think he needs maybe like one more shot at a top contender to deserve a shot at a title. Another fight that caught my eye during this weekend was Jim Miller and Bobby Green. That was an excellent fight by both guys. I Jim Miller has a chin. That's all I got to say. I never seen anybody outclass Jim Miller like that. Um, he's got a heart of a champion. But Bobby Green, after the fight, called out Patty the Batty, which I think was a mistake. I think Patty will knock out Bobby Green because of his style. He always puts his hands down, and it's going to eventually catch up to him. And I think the person that's going to be able to get the job done is Patty. He's going to sleep him, just like Jalen Turner did, or he's going to submit him inside the first round whenever they make the fight. And then Yuri Prohaska had to remind everybody after the Alex Pereira fight that he still is one of the top contenders in the light heavyweight division by knocking out Alexander Rakic. It was a nice knockout. Alexander Rakic was talking a lot of stuff, talking about why does he call himself the samurai, stuff like that, talking all that stuff. And that's what happens when you talk stuff. You get knocked out. But I think Yuri should probably fight Jamal Hill next for a light heavyweight title eliminator. I think that's a fan favorite fight for everybody to watch. And another fighter that put her name in the top of the bantamweight divisions for women's was Kayla Harrison by just destroying Holly Holm. I've never seen anybody do that to Holly Holm before, besides Amanda Nunes. She just owned her by wrestling her. Ground and pounding was just her wrestling skills are good. We didn't get to see her striking, but maybe we get to see her next time. And then she called for a title shot. I think she needs maybe one or two more fights before she calls out for a title shot. But I would love to see her fight Amanda Nunes. If Amanda Nunes wants to come out of retirement, that's the money fight to make. Or have if Kayla Harrison fights for the title next, she wins it. Ask Amanda Nunes if she wants to come out of retirement. She'll fight for the title, wins it, and then vacates the title, wins the title, then vacates it because she just wants to prove that she's still the GOAT and the best at that weight class. And then the main card, Bo Nickel versus Cody Brundage. That was kind of a boring fight. I thought Bo Nickel was going to get the fight done a little sooner than that. But Cody Brundage is a good wrestler. So I think Bo Nickel knew he was going to struggle. But you could tell by Bo Nickel's post interview with Joe Rogan that he wasn't impressed and that he was ashamed of his performance. But I expect Bo Nickel to get the win, a better spectacular win uh, next. Uh, next next fight, and then Armin Sarukian versus Charles Oliveira. Um, that was a good fight. Um, that was like back and forth fight when Charles stunned Armin Sarukian and then got him to that guillotine, got him to the ground. I thought it was over. Nobody's ever gotten out of that guillotine before from Charles Oliveira, and Armin Sarukian was the first one to do it, and it just shows that his determination to beat Charles Oliveira in that fight and how strong he is. But Charles, he didn't look bad, but I think he could have did better. Armin looked great. He beat a former lightweight champion, and then he calls for a title shot. But he's not now. He's got to wait because now it's Dustin Poirier versus Islam, and he'll probably fight the winner out of those two, which I'm hoping Dustin beats Islam. And then the BMF title, which was Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway, which won Fight of the Night, which was a banger, those guys. But I called it. I said Max Holloway would knock out or TKO Justin Gaethje. I'm the only one that said it. And if anybody else that says they said that Max Holloway was going to knock out Justin Gaethje, I want you to show me proof and evidence that you said that just Max Holloway would knock out Justin Gaethje. I guarantee you none of you guys said that. You all picked Justin Gaethje to beat Max Holloway because how big Justin Gaethje is his power. The leg kicks that he landed in the fight were working, but Max kept pushing forward. That was probably the greatest knockout of all time, better than the Jorge Masvidal knockout, the Conor McGregor 13-second knockout against Jose Aldo, and I'm a big Conor McGregor fan, so that speaks volume on the knockout by Max Holloway. And he just put his, he could become a big superstar in the UFC, by knocking out Justin Gaethje, what he just did. But the next fight for Max Holloway should be Ilia Topuria, or that's the only fight. But Ilia Topuria, if he thought that was going to be an easy fight for him, he should be thinking again, because Max Holloway had to remind everybody who the king of the featherweights really is. And then Weili Zhang versus Yao Shannan. It was a decent fight. There was times where I thought Weili was gonna lose to Yao, because Yao knocked her down, and then Yao was gonna capitalize on it. But Weili, knowing the championship heart that she has and the people that she's been with in their West, she stayed composed and got herself back up. But once Weili saw that she could get Yao on the ground and control on there, that was her road to victory, and that's what she did, was wrestling her, ground and pound, and a smart win by Weili. And then the main event of the evening was Jamal Hill versus Alex Pereira in the main event. I knew this was going to be an intense fight because Jamal Hill was being a nice guy, asked for an autograph until the press conference, started talking stuff, uh, and then Alex told him he'll make him pay for it, and that's what he did Saturday night. First round, I believe it was under like 3 minutes in the first round, maybe two. Uh, the striking looked. I gotta give it to Alex. He looked good in that fight. Came in with a toe injury. Um, Jamal Hill poked Alex in the eye, but Alex waved Herb Dean away, said, "I got this." And next thing you know, Alex connects with the left hook of death again to Jamal Hill, and he's out. His eyes rolled behind the back of his head, and it was lights out after that. And I don't know. I don't know who's going to be able to stop this guy. Um, and he wants to move up to to heavyweight. I think that's a bad idea for him. I think he needs to stay at light heavyweight. The heavyweights are way too big, too powerful. Maybe there's some heavyweights that he could beat, but he stay at light heavyweight. His next challenger should be Magomed Ankalaev. I think that's his biggest test. You get past him, because this dude has wrestling and striking, and he's fast for a light heavyweight. I think that's probably Alex's biggest test in the light heavyweight division, besides Jamal Hill, and he just passed that with an A+. So all credits to Alex, phenomenal fighter. Yeah, those are my thoughts. Tell me how you feel on every fight. Like, comment, and subscribe.